I don't know what it says inside the chapter, but I like that title. Chapter 2, entrepreneurs, not businessmen. In contemporary economics, we speak about CEO, executive officials, and we have forgot deep down in our heart what the notion of entrepreneur is. The other ones are just assistants, they may be trained, qualified, but are they entrepreneurs? No, they are plain businessmen. And in many cases, they are owners of a venture or business that was created by someone else. Chapter 3, consolidating your business. A company, a business organization does not come up by magic. It's hard work, putting one brick on top of another with the right proportion of brick and mortar, a work of art. Sometimes you are successful, sometimes you aren't. And many a time, of course, he chose to sell his company because he thought that the environment was not favorable. Fish cannot swim where there's no water, birds cannot fly if there's no air, and this gives you an idea of the air we are lacking in Argentina, and land is also lacking in Argentina. And then, a fourth chapter, the dark side of sectoral benefits. This title is very important, the dark side of sectoral benefits. I have not read this book. I am reading the table of contents with you. I always explain to my son that one of the worst trends in contemporary economic science taken by governments to measure the health of economics is to divide the economy in sectors: agricultural sector, poultry sector, mining sector, financial sector, and the like. In this way, we are destroying the main economic order that economists and governments must have in mind. You are a specialist, an expert in heart, brain, digestive tract, the ordum. What is the general ordum as we say it using a Latin expression? So if we only want to speak about land value capture or tax-free land improvements, but what is the order, the arrangement, the ordum of such society? The same holds true for general practitioners and medical experts or specialists. No, I'm an eye specialist. You have a throat problem, so you have to go to the throat specialist. And knowledge becomes fragmented, split, as if we were splitting reality. In our country, we have the National Bureau of Statistics, INDEC by its acronym in Spanish. They have a wealth of information, data on even the way in which fleas or insects fly, but they don't have any piece of data on land value, land rights, land taxation. Fragmenting knowledge is a kind of epidemic, and we can transfer this notion to the field of law. The author of our civil code, very much criticized, wrote a wonderful civil code with a goose feather in ink, all alone by himself, with 4,002 articles. What a sound law background two main topics or subjects: natural law and canon law. Today we have 35 and 40 subjects. Oh my! We have to beware of the new lawyers graduating from this university. And I am a professor at this school of law. State, public economy, public spending, how states spend their money, negative effects of public economy in business life. Businessmen who are successful in Argentina enter into a marriage with the federal government. SMEs are not generally deemed to be true companies. When we speak about companies, we speak of buildings, many people working there, but they go bankrupt very easily. SMEs are generally ignored in this field, like individuals who need to be seen in order to discover which the economic order is. And chapter 10, social rent, our topic for discussion today. Chapter 11, very peculiar. The time has come for us to change the tax regime. And last but not least, he speaks about an economy without borders, the social order, and Argentina and the state. Legal uncertainty, need to change the tax collection system, need for a universal contribution, removing taxes as a sine qua non requirement, redistribution of social rent, the need for strengthening open markets, encouraging business activity, entrepreneurial activity rather than company managers. And finally, raising awareness in everyone concerning the significance of entrepreneurship and the weakness of Argentinian entrepreneurs. I'm not going to criticize my government from this podium. It is not polite. But when Eduardo Conesa was mentioning the Argentina in 1910 in the Centennial Times, ranking 5th in the list of the most important countries, Argentina 1896-97. From the United States, they created the Pan American Union, and the Secretary of State of the USA invites all countries to join and form the seats of the OAS, Organization of American States. Argentina then, which was very proud indeed of its position, sent an ambassador, Roque Sáenz Peña. All the delegates from the South American countries were meeting at the Department of State. The Argentinian representative was not present because he was traveling by carriage near the Central Square at Washington doing sightseeing. He was saying, well, we are on an equal footing, wait for me, I'm reaching the meeting in a couple of minutes. Today in Argentina, instead of going to Washington and making the Secretary of State, keeping the Secretary of State waiting, goes and visits Angola with a delegation of 400 people, businessmen. Are they true businessmen or not? I doubt it. So I am pleased to introduce this book first because it is dedicated to me, because my son wrote it, and this is a valuable contribution. Because our discussions are theoretical. But you in this book written by my son, we'll find an X-ray of an Argentinian entrepreneur and businessman who was able to understand the reality because he was fully qualified, theoretically and practically speaking, to have a clear-cut insight into access to land, limits to taxes, and the need for maintaining market freedom in land where access to land is free. It's very difficult to be a businessman in Argentina, and therefore it is very valuable to read a book like this one, How I Made It. Thank you very much.